All right, we got the boy, City McGritty, in the building. What's going on, man?
I'm chilling, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Rapper,
Producer
producer,
extraordinaire.
engineer now, label owner, artist manager. What is the toughest thing to do
Out of all of that,
out of all of them?
I would say just work like managing artists.
Why you say that?
Artists don't like to listen.
Is that a common theme that you have experience working with all the artists you have worked with?
Yeah. And that's even like other, I would say like even other people I know that like might actually manage artists, they would say the same exact thing. Like artists don't like to listen. They always think they know. Like you could actually show them the source of what you're telling them and they'll be like, nah, I'm gonna do it my way. And it's like, that doesn't make sense. Like I understand like everyone has a way they do things, but when 2 plus 2 equals 2, don't do 2 subtract 2 and tell me it's 2, and we'll leave it at that.
That's what's up. Out of all the artists that came and gone, still there, not there, on your label, which is
Well,
Crow Gang Records.
No, that's not true. Crow Gang Records was never a thing.
It was never a label.
Nah, Crow Gang is technically producers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I don't sign no one to that. It's like Crow Gang is literally me and Sammy Mills, and we have a bunch of affiliates. You know, right now, the main producer I'm locked in with right now is Milan County. He's from the UK. He's going dumb. We be going dumb with a lot of beats right now. Like he's probably like honestly, he sent me mad beats weekly, and it's to the point I don't even have to make beats. I'll just rap on his beats and call it a day.
So does that mean you stopped making beats per se?
When I do make beats, I usually just keep them for myself at this point because artists don't want to pay that fee.
Do you feel like you're overcharging?
No.
What do you think is like the standard fee as a producer that you should be charging artists?
Well, what are we talking about? Leasing or exclusive?
Let's do exclusive.
All right, so let's say it's an independent artist. You could start at, let's say, $250.
It's pretty
Canadian since we're in Canada. But you got to make sure you get those 50% royalties on top of that. Can't just give you that for $250 and we don't collect no residuals. Nah.
In your opinion, what is more important as artist or producer or whatever? Is it the business side of things or the actual celebrity of things?
You gotta have. I feel like you can't just have one without the other because there's so many artists that got the celebrity side of shit and their business is so fucked up that they're doing GoFundMe charity basically for themselves. Let's put it this way: there's a lot of artists that had hits back in the day that still have to be touring and they're like in their 50s right now. That's the only way they could pay their bills right now. So the business, I'll say the business is the most important. Because, for example, you got a lot of artists that have been indie and they're able to still make a bag to this day. And if we look at a lot of artists that came up from the South, they were on that independent way from early. I was even looking at Trader Truth's Apple Music the other day. And if you see like how many projects he has, like I was scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So we know he has a fan base for sure. A lot of them niggas did. And you know those monthly residuals is ridiculous.
That's true.
Like Slim Thug said he was already platinum before he went to a major label.
It's true. It's true. Who are your inspirations actually then with your, I guess say Crow Gang production, like, and I want to say producer inspirations. Who are you inspired by? What market are you inspired by?
I would say mainly the South. Like the South has always been my biggest influence really because I grew up like heavy on Cash Money, No Limit, that type of wave, you know? Now, I don't make those type of beats, but that's what I'm more drawn to. Like production-wise, like the producers I fuck with heavy would be like 808 Mafia, Metro Boomin, Cash Cobain, he's going dumb. But even if we bring it all the way back to like back in the day, like producers that made me want to produce Pharrell, my bad, the Neptunes, Timbaland, Kanye, Pretty much all the producers from the early 2000s, because we could go to Heat Makers, all them, you know, like it doesn't stop. Scott Storch. I don't play no instruments, but Scott Storch made me feel like, of course I could do that. You know, I probably can, but we'll see.
You mentioned no Canadian producers in your inspiration. Why is that?
I feel like I don't really know Canadian producers like that. I do fuck with Murder Beats. Like, funny enough, like he actually did give me a pack before he blew up, and I gave that pack to my young niggas. I ran into him at an event one time. Like he remembered me and shit. I could really just say Murder Beats. Like if we're talking about producers that are like already have a name, you know. But when we're talking about producers that are on the come up, I know a lot of them that are going dumb. There's Swerve Rose, Flockstar, 2706. That's all I got right now. I could think off the top of my head. And I locked in with all of them, you know?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. In your opinion, what do you think needs to be done to make the Toronto or Canadian music landscape better?
I would say there's just too much street shit in it. That's all it is. Because I would say a lot of the biggest artists in the city have a lot of street politics going on and they can't even do shows. So that's what fucks it up for them necessarily. So it's like the biggest artists, it's a struggle for them to actually do big things in the city, you know? So it's like the artists that have a lesser name, like they could do shows, but it's not really going to like really, it's not really going to make noise like how, let's say, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like it's to the point where niggas just got to get out the city, just get out the country at this point, because if you're a Toronto artist, like there's a ceiling for what you could do here, you know?
I mean, being familiar with the street side of things, like, what is your advice to kind of take a step back?
Literally take a step away if you can. Everyone can't. Like everyone's situation is uniquely different, you know? If you're able to just do an early retirement, do that. But you don't want to be in this shit for too long, right? We already know how that goes. You only have a few options, a few exits, you know? And you don't like none of them really.
True. You, before producing, I remember you used to rap.
Yeah.
How was the rap scene when you were coming up? Like, how exciting was it? Maybe it was boring to you, but how was it like?
Like in Toronto specifically?
In your scene, in the Toronto scene, in your eyes.
It was a great time. Like you had fucking Heartless, Sam G, Night Shift Cashiers. C4 was still going dumb. Mayhem Moriarty was just about getting phased out at that point when I was rapping. We had Don Million. Like Toronto had rappers, you know, like we do now, but it just felt different back then, you know what I'm saying? Like they actually felt like hood stars to us, you know? Like we were getting like all the DVDs and shit, seeing them on YouTube. Like we'd run into them and shit, and it's like you feel like you actually ran into a celebrity, you know? Word.
Was it better, or is it better now?
It depends on your preference, I could say. Because there's gonna be some old heads that say what's out now is straight garbage. And then you have some YNs saying that what was out back then was garbage, you know? So it's really your preference, but I fuck with both. Like I'm still blasting 100 Strong Arm, all that, you know?
What's your definition of hip hop?
Expression. Literally. Like hip hop is just like it's art, you know? Now some people would say like a Playboy Cardi isn't art, I could say, how is it not? It might not be your taste, but everyone has their own type of art, you know? So just expression, however you choose to express yourself. Like hip hop, like it could be, it's all the way down to your clothes, all that, you know?
I honestly agree too. I feel like hip hop in its own right is just art, man, and expression.
You know?
And I feel like everything is hip hop and anything can be hip hop, you know?
No, something I've seen people complaining about just recently again, saying how people need to stop sampling. And I'm like, hip hop started from sampling, damn near. As far as I remember, you know?
But do you feel like it's too much though? Like, and I feel like it's not just hip hop, but the industry in a whole, everything is just retro, 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 and they're not banking on new IPs. Like, why Cash Cobain is so fresh, why drill is so cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you feel like there's just too much of a reliance on sampling per se, and I guess remakes?
I just say do what works for you, really. You know, because if you sample some shit and you make it good, we can't be mad at it. But if you make some garbage, why do you gonna ruin something that didn't have to be bothered? You know?
Yeah, that's true. Who are some of the artists that you're looking out to these days? And this doesn't have to be a local answer, but you can give local talent. I would say give me 5 artists and not in no list of order.
Like to work with?
That no, that you actually like listen to and you know what I'm saying, get a vibe from
From Toronto?
anywhere.
5 artists what was the question again? 5 artists I fuck with?
Yeah.
5 artists I fuck with right now. Brina Shell from Detroit, she's hard. Burna Bands from Toronto, Taylor G, 52 Leaks, and Ray Lovely.
That's right. That's a solid list right there. Solid list.
Honorable mention, Vanessa B from Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta actually, you know what? I have a question to ask you. Actually, for real, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you place Big Sean amongst his peers? And I'm talking about Drake, Kendrick, ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 Chainz, like all those guys on. I love bad bitches. That's a fucking problem. Like all those guys, I felt like they were the key to the future. But where do you place Big Sean? He just recently dropped a song with Icewear Vizo and Peasy. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking it right back to Detroit, where he's from.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you place him amongst his peers?
Like I feel like he's supposed to be a part of like the top 5 of the new generation, like the 2010s generation. And it's like he's not really spoken about. I guess, but he's put out mad projects though. So it's like, what? I don't know. It's like he does get his respect. I don't really know why. Like I don't really listen to him as much as others do, but no, I know Big Sean is hard for sure.
Yeah, Big Sean should be top 5 of his draft class. Like,
because that class would be Big Sean, Drake, 2 Chainz. Who else you say?
J. Cole, Kendrick.
There we go. That's the 5.
Yeah.
So pretty much it's like 2 Chainz and all right. So literally it's the big 3. There we go. That's what it is. Because 2 Chainz and Big Sean would be the other 2. So I guess the big 3 just get all the talk really. But Kendrick could have been in like the bottom 2 just as easily because he doesn't drop as regularly.
Does consistency really, really matter in your opinion? Or is quality more important? Because a lot of back and forth goes to, oh, we gotta be consistent, we gotta be consistent. There's a lot of talk about that. Even I say you should be consistent. But when you're consistent, sometimes you lose quality. What would you prefer when it comes to releasing and dropping your songs or your beats or whatever? Like, do you prefer quality over consistency or consistency over quality?
I'm gonna go with quality personally. But luckily, like I have a system that works for me, so I could continue with the quality. Like I can't speak for everyone else, but there's artists that actually have horrible quality, but they have the quantity, but people fuck with it. So like whatever works for you, but if you could up your quality, go ahead, because everyone can't start being like clean polished from the cut, you know, from the jump. So just do what works for you, and when you're able to up your quality, just go crazy with it. Because if you were like really think about it, the mixtape era back in the day, nothing was mixed and mastered, you know.
Word.
And we were bumping that shit like really think about Lloyd Banks vocals, like them shits wasn't clean on them mixtapes. You know?
Yeah.
Even thinking about when Soulja Boy shit at first, them mixes was horrible. But it is what it is. Like Soulja Boy is doing Rolling Loud in 2025. Like what can we say? Like when you're able to up your shit, do that and go crazy with it, get your bag.
Facts. Self-made, City McGritty, man. You are self-made. I remember you were telling me a story that you started rap and you were looking for beats and you got tired, so you learned how to make the beat yourself, and then going on to mixing issues with me and a couple engineers, and you said, fuck that, I'm gonna do this myself. So how important was that process to just be self-reliant on your own work? And how did you feel after learning and coming up off of that process?
Accomplished. But I'm not gonna be mixing all my shit at all times. Like some days I'm able to get some decent mixes, but I don't really know what I'm doing fully, but it's a learning process for sure. But you know, if you can't rely on others at all, like, you can't always rely on others at all times. So sometimes you gotta do shit yourself, take it into your own hands, you know, no diddy. But I don't know. Now for an artist that can't just do shit themselves, you might be stuck. Cause I remember I was like going from studio to studio, engineer to engineer, just blowing bread, and it's like, nah, this is nuts. And then yeah, I just started figuring shit out. But the mixing technique I learned, I got it from you though. You know?
Thank you.
I got it from you and it's been working. And there's times it don't work because you can't cut every cake the same way.
True still. A couple more questions before we get into the project you about to drop called
Conde 25.
Con Day 25. That actually sounds like Con Air 25. Remember Con Air with
That was what, a fucking flight?
yeah, I think it was what's that nigga? Nicolas Cage.
He owned it?
No, it was a movie.
Con Air is a movie?
Yeah.
What's it about?
Convict hijacking a plane. I think that's the premise of it.
I'm gonna look that shit up.
Yeah, Con Air was actually.
I'm watching that tonight.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage. It's not as sick as Face Off.
All right, I'm gonna look that up too.
Yeah,
Shit.
Face Off was Nicolas Cage and John Travolta, directed by John Woo. And basically, John Travolta, his face was the good guy, the police chasing Nicolas Cage, and they swap faces. Something happened and they swap faces, and now Nicolas Cage is the good guy, but with John Travolta's like it's a swap still. And yeah, and you know you just Nicolas Cage. You know that movie honestly was a fucking amazing. Like, what are some movies that you might look to be inspired by actually when it comes to your music, if there was any at all?
All right, I'm gonna keep it a buck right now. Right now, Tubi is going crazy with the movies. Don't let no one tell you different. You just gotta find the right ones. Like, I could watch like 5 seconds of a trailer and say, this gonna be a good one. It's been working, you know? And a lot of these movies are Detroit movies, like Detroit actors. I even just found a dope restaurant in Detroit watching a Tubi movie. I think it's called Petty Cash. I thought it was like, because when they mentioned it in the movie, like they didn't say it was like a restaurant. I heard Petty Cash from like, what is that, a lone place? I thought it was a joke until they actually went to the restaurant in the movie. And I said, let me look this up on Instagram, and said, oh nah, this looks fire. So I'm gonna head there. I'm gonna head there eventually. But movies I came up on that inspired me, like even my music, Menace to Society. I'm trying to think, like a lot of the movies would be the ones that had fucking Larenz Tate in it. Because I was even gonna say Love Jones. That's a fire movie too. That's a fire movie. A lot of us could relate to it for sure. I'm blank at this point.
That's all good. That's all good. I feel like movies definitely help with like our soundscape still, like, you know?
You know what's a fire movie too? It was Leonardo DiCaprio in it. It's called Shutter Island.
Ooh, yeah.
That movie is fucked.
The end was definitely a plot twist when he realizes like he was the patient.
But what if he wasn't? And I feel like that's the plot twist angle as well, where like 15 years later, I'm still sitting here like, can we get a part 2?
Well, I guess we just have to rewatch it, right?
I know I've watched that movie like 10 times now, and I'm like, maybe we're the ones that's crazy.
It's good when movies have you like that. Like you like those mind messed up movies and shit, right? Make you think.
Have you watched no? Yo, I fuck with horror movies a lot, so that's why when you ask me movies that inspire me, like, I couldn't really say horror movies because I'm not making horrorcore music.
But that doesn't matter. It's movies that inspire you. It doesn't matter if it's.
I don't know if it's inspiring me necessarily, because I'm not. Okay, I could say creatively yes, because a lot of the plot twists and shit like that. So in a sense, it could inspire me, like even with my writing, I guess, because you might think I'm going somewhere with it, and I'm really not. By the time I end that bar or that verse.
But I swear you have a mixtape called Nightmare on Something.
All right, you're right.
So like, I don't know what you're talking about. So it's obviously like your likes and interests definitely affect your art.
All right, so,
and it goes right back to the art of things, right?
All right, so it was Nightmare on Finch Ave. I remember I watched that movie with my homegirl Tennessee. And like, while we're watching the movie, I'm like, Nightmare on Finch Ave. That's how it came. Like even the intro beat, it sounds real horror movie-ish. It was from that Rihanna album. What was that album called? R or something, I think. She had the song So Hard on there with Jeezy. Like, so that was that album. But if you hear the intro, it's dark. Well dark up the place.
Shout out to Rihanna, fam. Is she top 5 baddest thing in the world though?
You know how many women are in the world? Like what?
In your opinion, based on the girls you see on social media, on the road all day, like, you know, is she top 5?
She's fire for sure, but I fuck with who I fuck with, and I'll leave it at that.
Who's your top 1?
I can't say a top 1 because, like, do you know how many women there are in the world?
Who's your top 3?
I can't do that either.
Oh my God.
I could just name names of women that are fire. We could probably name 20 off top.
Okay, do it. I'll put you to the test. Do 20.
Damn.
Yeah, right?
All right, let's see what we could do. Maya.
Okay.
That's an easy number 1 right there. Taraji P. Henson.
Okay, MILF, but I like it.
I am an old nigga too. Like, she was in Love Jones. What's her name again? Nia Long. At this point, it's just bare big amount I'm naming.
That's fine.
You know what I'm saying?
That's your brew, right?
Who am I missing? At this point, you could just start naming names and I'll either shoot them down or up.
What about...
Lotto's fire too.
You like Lotto?
She's fire.
What about Young Miami?
She cool.
Wow, she's cool.
She cool.
What's her name? Damn. Okay, what about...
You know what it is? I fuck with like a lot of shorties that mans probably wouldn't be hip to.
Okay.
So, she's from LA. My bad, not LA, she's from Cali. Emma Lahani. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name correctly. She's a rapper. She's fire though.
I don't know who that is.
She's fire. I even fuck with Rocky Bad from Detroit. She's fire.
Where the hell is that girl, Rocky Bad?
I need to lock in a feature with her just now. I have a track that I think makes sense for her.
Is she still even rapping?
No, she is. Just follow her on Instagram. You'll see.
Okay.
Like she's like on live every day and shit in the studio, like almost every day, banging on features. Like she's active. Cash Doll.
Yeah, she's fucking.
Yo,
bad.
there's this Tubi movie I watched the other day called The Temp. I can't remember the lead actress's name, but she is cold. She's cold. If you watch it, you'll understand.
Who else is there? There's a lot of them.
You ever heard of Con Jovi?
No.
Man, don't sleep.
All right.
Don't sleep.
We'll end it at there because I know you can't do 20.
That was like 9.
You're like halfway there, kind of. Um,
So those names I wanted to say, I'm like, I'm not even gonna say them.
okay,
I'm like, I gotta be careful right now.
okay, say that then. Let's get into the album. Con.
I mean, it's not an album. It's an EP, just like 3 joints. It might be 2. Actually, no, I'm gonna make it 3. There was a one song I wanted to put on there, but we're having technical difficulties with it at the moment. So I wrote something new this morning. I might just record tomorrow, call it a day, just send it off to get mixed. The tape will probably drop like 3 days after I originally intended. But by the time this come out, it's already out. So just act like I didn't see anything.
No, that's dope. That's dope. Why did you decide to call it? You said Conde 2025, right?
Conde 25.
Conde 25. What's the meaning behind the name?
Shit, I'm dropping it. I'm supposed to drop March 30th. That's Connie's birthday, her birthday, you know? So I just said, shit, Conde 25, because it's the year 2025, and next year we're going to drop Conde 26. I'm just going to keep running it, because why the fuck not?
Just like an annual thing for you.
Yeah, I just woke up the other day and just said, why the fuck not? You know?
Who is the person behind this whole Conde thing? Is your best friend? Is your homeboy? Like,
nah, Connie's a woman.
Okay.
A homeboy. That's the homegirl. That's the biggest slam, you know?
That's dope. She a big supporter of your music?
Big supporter of my life.
Wow. That's great, man. It's great to have people like that around your corner. And it's great for someone like you to, you know what I'm saying, I guess memorialize her on your projects. Tell me about those songs, production-wise. Who do we have on these 2, possibly 3 records in terms of producers?
Milan County touched every beat, for sure. Me and Milan County touched every beat. All right, so if I put Around Here on there, that would be between Swerve Rose, Milan County, and me. Second track would be Girls Gone Wild. That's me and Milan and Swerve Rose and I think Chino. And the last track would be Suspect Challenge. That's me, Milan, and Denzel XI. He's from Toronto. He's cold too. He's a crazy engineer too. Y'all need to lock in with him. That's my promo right there. So I'm gonna need 2 more free mixes.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Give me some inspiration behind these song titles. Like, talk about it. Walk me through each record. The meaning, like the thought process behind it. Maybe even the recording process behind it. Start with the first record.
All right. So Around Here, that one is kind of like it sounds like a Jeezy type anthem type beat, right? I remember the day I was on the phone with Sammy Mills, and I was just playing some melodies for him that Swerve Rose sent me. And after he said, "Yo, send me that, I'm gonna do something with that." So a couple of days later, he sent me back the song and left an open verse for me. And then I felt like, nah, this is good how it is. Like, this is you. And then randomly, like a few weeks later, I said, nah, I want to sample this. So I literally just sampled Sammy's track. And that was it. Just flipped the beat. He's on the intro. And it goes dumb. I got shorty from Tennessee on there, Memphis, Tennessee. Her name is Nevea Moore. She's cold. She is cold. If y'all ain't seen shorty that was on TikTok talking about cooking with Kia, get cooked with a switch. She's cold. Like, young and cold. Like, I fuck with her. I got a next track with her too. I don't know when I'm gonna drop that. I didn't even go. We might as well just lock in an EP because she's fire, you know? Yeah, that's that track. The second one, Girls Gone Wild. That one, I was literally in the crib just bumping some Lil Jon. I played the song Get Crunk, and it hit me. I'm like, yo, I need to sample the intro drums. And that's what I did. It was just like stomp kicks and like gun clicks, you know? So I'm like, yeah, we're running with this. So I made that beat. Like a week later, made the song. Didn't know if I was really gonna finish the song because I was just freestyling to it at first. I'm like, I don't know if I fuck with it. Took a break and got back to it. And that shit fire. I played that for Vegas yesterday. He said, this is hard. I'm like, my nigga. My nigga. Third track, Suspect Challenge. Shit, I remember I was talking to my homegirl Teeks one day, randomly. And I'm like, yo, the Suspect Challenge is going dumb on TikTok right now. I need to make a track called Suspect Challenge. And we just had the idea. She pulled up on me like 2 weeks later. And she was sleeping, so I just ended up making a song with her homegirl, Coach Millie, instead. I think she was kind of cheesed at me when she heard the song, like, so you're just leaving me off tracks, fam. I'm like, I got the next one for you. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm kind of slimy. But, you know, sometimes you just get straight to work when inspiration hit you, you know? So I was just going through my email. It was Milan that sent me the beat. Yeah, Milan, like. Actually, I sent Milan the loop, and he sent me back the beat, and I said, hell yeah, I'm going on this. You know, so did that shit. Shit's hard. Yeah, we're gonna drop it. So, but if Round Here doesn't end up on there because of technical difficulties, I'm gonna make some new shit. I wrote some new shit this morning. I'll record it today or tomorrow. And yeah, that new shit, what's it called? I think I'm gonna call it She Can Do That. If y'all know that little flip, I Can Do That. Now you know. If you don't know it, you're gonna find out Milan made that beat dolo. So, like I said, Milan is just bodying everything. Like, and he's from the UK. You'd probably expect him to make like a lot of drill shit or UK sounding shit, but you'd swear he's over there in the South making all these hard trap beats. You know? Milan's cold with it. You know what's crazy? I don't even know what the nigga look like. Like, that's what it is with a lot of producers. Like, he might not be a real person. He might be artificial intelligence. He might not be a real person. I mean, I spoke to him on the phone here and there, but no one has seen him. Actually, no, that's cap. My nigga Starks, he met him. So that's all. My nigga Starks was in the UK, and he met him out there at a studio or something like that. And after he connected me with him, so he's the only person that may have seen him, unless Starks is really Milan. Could you imagine that shit?
Right? Plot twist.
Crazy.
That's what's up. Nah, man, I'm very, very excited to listen to Conde 25.
There's some cool ratchet shit on there. It's not crazy ratchet, but like, I'd be wilding for sure. I'm trying to think, what's the wildest line I said on there so far? Like, I can't think right now. I'm thinking about a whole bunch of other wild shit I said at some point.
Right?
It might have just been in conversation. I just be wilding.
Nah, that shit dope. That shit dope. March 30th, that project comes out. EP.
Even if it don't come out that day, it's still Connie's birthday, so say what up to the Trillis. Yeah.
I guess when this drops, it'll be happy belated. So make sure you get say
Cappy collated. Come on.
Yeah, Cappy collated. What else do you got in the works actually after Conde 25? Is there any other projects you'll be working on in the near future? Maybe some future collabs with some other artists or
future collabs.
Yeah, what do we got for the future?
I mean, I do have a whole like album that's basically done. I just have to like mix 4 tracks. I'm just gonna throw it in the air because like it's pretty old. You know? Well, it's old to me. I just want to get it out there. I got a couple of videos from it. Got the Outlandish video with Leaks and T-Bands. Gonna drop that with it and just keep it pushing because I got a bunch of new shit I want to get out there too. Because, you know, like, I'm a top singer man now, you know? So, like, I'm not really a singer man on that one, but I'm still barring it up regardless, you know? So, you know?
I love Outlandish, man. Like, when I was mixing that record, I'm like, shit, this shit's so fucking high.
You know what's crazy, though? Chromas was supposed to be on that.
No way.
She was, but she showed up to the studio late. Like, when she got there, like, T-Bands was just finishing his last verse. I'm like, yo, get in the booth. And she's like, I'm tired. I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like, at least do the ad-libs, fam. Do the ad-libs. But I think like she went to go smoke or something. By the time she came back, like, there's someone else's session now. I'm like, this is some bullshit. This Chroma showed up like 2-3 hours late on some superstar timing.
But you do have a record with him, with her.
I produced 2 songs for her, but they never came out.
You have them?
Yeah.
Can I hear them?
I could play them like off camera.
No,
I can play them off camera. I don't be leaking
Play
shit.
them on camera. Okay,
I don't do that.
That's
like,
the gang.
I ain't no fuck nigga.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Like, yo, we don't respect that. And like, yo, so like, really imagine I was the only person she sent those to, and then they leaked. She's gonna hit me up and I said, "What are we doing?"
No, true. That's true.
You know, like the second one, I've never heard no one else play it. I don't even know if Leaks ever heard it. So like, if that one leaked, she might be like, "So, yo, City, like, I can't fuck with you no more." You know?
You still send her beats to this day?
I don't send anyone beats really these days, to be honest. Like, unless people actually ask me for beats.
Yeah, because you used to send beats every month or something, right?
I used to send beats like every week or twice a week, like
right.
At least a 5-pack or something.
Yeah.
You know? But I got so many beats that if someone else hits me and says, "Yo, I need a pack," just tell me what sound vibes you need. And I'll just grab 5 or 10 beats and let me know what you want. Like I sent a dude a 10-pack the other day. He still don't know what he wants. I guess he don't got the funds yet.
Well, I know that in the near future, when Real Bad Girls of the Six season
I'm
2 comes out,
I'm producing all the music you're gonna hear on that.
You'll be producing
executive
some
producing
of the music.
Because I got all this. What the fuck we talking about?
Some of the music.
That's true, because Milan County gonna produce the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm just the co-producer on that shit. I'm just overseeing the work. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I might need to get on an episode just so I could say, can we just stop fighting? Can we just talk it out? Hopefully I don't catch a 2-piece combo in the mix. You know, because Connie gonna have to fly up in that bitch. Which is crazy.
Shout out Connie. She looks like a real trill woman. She's on your shirt right now. Is that the cover? Right now?
Nah, this ain't the cover. Like, this could have been the cover. It almost was. It almost was. You know what's crazy? She don't even know the shirt even exists yet.
Oh, wow.
She don't even know.
Oh, wow.
What's crazy, though? Like, I got the poster for her birthday.
Oh,
you know?
wow.
I'm actually about to pull up on her in a bit.
Say that, then.
She's gonna be like, what are we? She's gonna be like, oh. I'm gonna have to make sure she's taking a seat so she don't drop to the ground, you know? It's crazy. Outside it's cold.
It is.
Can't be dropping outside in the cold.
It's brisk.
Word.
That's what's up, man. Tell the people how to reach you if they want to reach out for beats, if they want to hit you up for features, and vice versa.
All right, so the most important thing I'm gonna say is, all artists, make sure that your @names are at least the same on every platform. Don't let it be City 3 Gritty on one and then City 29 Gritty on the next one. Nah, have that shit match up across the boards, because we're tired of trying to find you and can't find you. Because I be trying to reach out to artists I fuck with and can't find them, you know? So on me, you can find me at City 2 Gritty on all platforms. So that's all platforms. But my artist name is City McGritty. Don't confuse it, because, you know? Word.
That's what's up. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy DJ Las Vegas, the Magnum Show Unplugged with City McGritty, Crow Gang representative.
But hold on, we also have to say, yo, shout out to A Tour Hustle, you know what I'm saying, the brand. Shout out to Slim Marley, the coldest out. You can't tell me these shit ain't vibey. You better go get you some. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see the hoodie too. You know what I'm saying? It's vibey. We might even start selling the Con Jovi shirts, you know what I'm saying? It's extra vibey. Y'all ain't vibey enough, you know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna head out.